Whoa, welcome to Anticz Witt, starring your boy, Anticz. I appreciate y'all for coming to folk with me. Like I always say, I'm very grateful for all the likes and comments and subscriptions that's coming through. I'm plenty grateful, you dig what I'm saying? Keep liking, subscribing. Keep telling your auntie, sister, grandma, baby, cousin, auntie, them, understand about me. See, they don't like what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I need a telephone line at this point. You dig what I'm saying? All the comments coming through. But like I say, I appreciate y'all, and I got some heat for y'all today. You dig what I'm saying? But first, you know the ritual: smoke with me. So, do you think that years of practices, of generational practices, mold us into who we are today? Let me make that more clear for you. Do you think years of generational practices mold us into who we are today unknowingly? They say, Alan, what you mean by that? I mean, like, do the things that your great-grandparents taught your grandparents, that taught your parents, do you do some of those things or carry some of those same characteristics today that they carried 50, 60 years ago in their prime or at the beginning of in the middle of their lives? You dig what I'm saying? And I say yes. And I'm gonna break it down to y'all today. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break this down so I help y'all understand where I'm coming from with this shit. You understand? So, years of generational practices. If your great-grandfather, for example, your great-grandfather was a farmer, your grandparent was a agriculture specialist, times change. And then now you maybe ag economics. Maybe you know how to sell farm goods and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? But also, we have things like generational liars, generational cheats, generational curses where we don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Every generation has this thing about them that they maybe can't get no money. So, with that being said, how do you feel now? I'm going to ask you that question in about 5 minutes also. You dig what I'm saying? But some of the pros of generational practices is, you know what I'm saying? If your great-grandparents had money and somehow your grandparents were able to maintain that money and your parents were able to maintain it and pass it down to you, that's generational wealth. You dig what I'm saying? But we also have to acknowledge the things that we also have a disadvantage of also. You understand? Well, you have generations of broken homes. You know what I'm saying? Great fathers, but they create broken homes. You got 6, 7 baby mamas and laid across town in this hill, or this person got a great work habit, but a bad attitude or something like that. So you always get the job, and you can get the job, and you do your due diligence on the job, but your attitude is trash, and you always lose the job or get prideful and walk off the job and quit. You dig what I'm saying? But some of the pros of a man, you know what I'm saying, carrying on generational practices is that standing on business is more common than it is rare. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to stand on business so far that you're an asshole and you stepping on toes and pissing everybody off and creating a bad environment around you. But standing on business where your morality is up to par, where you standing on what you said you're gonna do, because that's all you got is your word and your name. You know what I'm saying? Your name is your business. Your name is your business. Your business is your promotion. You promote your business how you want to promote it. So if you promote as a slouch, people gonna treat you as a slouch. You pride yourself and promote yourself as a boss, someone of elegance, someone of diligence, someone that works hard, somebody that gets the job done and trustworthy and dependable. You gonna win every time. But I was saying that to say, like, that's one example that's a couple of examples of great generational practices was, like I say, You take care of your grandma, your great grandfather, take care of your great grandmother, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to you, and your man taking care of you, your lady taking care of you, or your lady helping you support your business, or whatever the case may be. But everything is falling in line so that you can keep that generational practice going on in a positive way. You dig? And some of the cons could be, like I say, like I was speaking on earlier, some of those generational liars, they pass down. Some of those guys that can't be monogamous, if it's in their nature, you know what I'm saying? Those guys, you know what I'm saying? You got generational curses of cheaters, liars, like I say, people that can't get no money, people with bad attitudes, pride. It's numerous things that we could go down the line on, but y'all get the picture of what I'm saying. So some of the cons are, the pros are that you can carry on great traits for generations, and also the cons are you can carry on curses or disadvantages for time to come and generations to come if you don't practice on breaking those or enhancing those, or at least, you know what I'm saying, at least make it better. It's all, ain't nothing wrong with walking so somebody else can run. You dig what I'm saying? If you paved the way, hey, that's just as good enough as crossing the finish line, because you started that. You know what I'm saying? You ignited the fire in the youthful mind to make them want to do better and want them to achieve better. So you played your part and you served the purpose in somebody's life and everything like that. Hold on, my flame went out. You dig? Back in the day, women weren't as advanced as they are now. You know what I'm saying? So men could get away with a lot more than they can now. Back when the women depended all on the man solely on the man for education, for her stability, security, and that's still today, but to a certain extent. You dig what I'm saying? But I was saying that to say this, that if your grandpa was outside doing his thug dizzle, he made sure home was taken care of first. All them bills paid, grandma fed, grandma got money. Grandma is okay. That queen is okay before he leave that castle. You dig what I'm saying? He made sure his business was taken care of. But also, back then, women also overlooked certain things due to the stability and the security of their spot in their husband's life, on his throne, and just the respect that you live here. Yeah, you might stay out to 5 in the morning, but you coming home, sir. He's coming home to that. But them bills were paid, that refrigerator was full, all the outside was taken care of before he left home. It's hard to argue with that. That don't make it right, and that don't say he was going to cheat. But if he was to do that, the queen knew her place. There was no touching that. And, I grew up with some player grandmas and grandfathers. They player. They keep it G with you. You dig what I'm saying? But I was always taught 3 things you never do. You never bring a woman to your doorstep. You never bring your old lady a disease home. And you never, under no circumstances, bring a baby home. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's what they stood on. And that's a practice that, even if your person, your significant other, don't see it as being right, that you have to make sure those bases are covered before you can have an argument or even rebuttal after being caught doing something you're not supposed to be doing. You dig what I'm saying? And that goes to say, like, it's certain things that women may have generational curses with. You know what I'm saying? You might have a whole generation, 3 generations of bad attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to trust your words. You understand? It's plenty of things. It's the same as men can pass down generational curses. Women can too. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have that Jezebel spell on them. You know what I'm saying? Some men might can't keep it in their pants. Everybody struggles different, but we all had the same life because we experienced the same emotions at some point in time. It might not be the exact same scenario, but we experienced all the same emotions. It's like a checklist. We all having this human experience together. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to experience those things. That's why we always can talk to people. It's easy to talk to people because a lot of the people have been through the same shit. We can relate through trauma. We can relate through experience. Whatever the case may be. It doesn't always have to be a bad thing. But just experience. We done been through some of the same things, no matter the color. You dig? So it made sense that we all experienced the same life, just in different, maybe different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? You in the ghetto, you worried about a way out. But maybe a person with all the money in the world, he can't stay out of that pill bottle. He can't stay out of that bag. You understand? We all have different struggles, but it's the same feelings. You dig what I'm saying? But back to schedule, you dig? Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, men and women weren't as advanced as they were. Well, they would like to tell us. But from what our history bears on us, they tell us that women depended on men. You know what I'm saying? They stay home, cook, clean, watch the clothes, watch the kids, raise the kids, all that. We go get this money on and protect, so we can buy ammo and all this to protect our family. You dig what I'm saying? But you don't think that not even out of spite or envy or anything like that, you don't think that your great-grandmother told your grandmother, okay, now, I might not like some or everything your grandfather's doing, but I can't leave. I don't have no education, and all my money is his money. So she whispered in her ear, hey, you go get you some money. Huh? Now, your grandmama done grew up. She done got her some money. She experienced some of the same things in life. Now she tell your mom to go to college, be independent. Now your mom, depending on whether you a female or male, now your mom, just say we gonna stay on the female side, but just say the female, now the female that went to college and stuff, she's going to preach independence. You don't need a man for nothing. You can achieve whatever you want to. You can. But that's also not teaching your child balance. So now you don't have balance. And now you all set on the money, but you have no balance in your love. So you have all the money with no one to share it with, no one to care about, no one to take trips with, stuff like that. And it works both ways, men and female. But those are the things. Even on the other side, on the flip side, if y'all want me to get to you like that, so y'all won't think I'm shooting at the women, because but, your great-granddaddy might had the capacity to take care of 3 kids, but your grandma wanted 7. So now he tell your granddad, hey, don't you go have all them kids, But also, like I say, times done change. You don't need all the fucking kids to work the field and all that. Times we continuously grow. You understand? Now at the point in 2024, we at the point where kids, we love them and we cherish them and all that. But at this point in life, we only need 1 or 2 kids, and it's for reproduction purposes only. Like, we don't have to have the kids to work the field and the mine field and the coal mine and all that. We don't have to do all that no more. But anywho, so your great-grandfather told his grandson, your granddad, to make sure you go get some money and have some brains about yourself. So guess what he told your father? Go to college, be independent, don't be focused on no girl. Whole time, you need to be learning how to love a woman, because that's who your mate is. That's who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. That's who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And that completes your happiness. So you lose that sense of yourself in it. Like me, right? I was raised by older people. So I didn't see youthful love. I didn't see coming up behind, non-sexual, just embracing your woman. They had already done that in their life. So a lot of those things I lack and I had to learn. You understand what I'm saying? But I took it upon myself to break that generational. It wasn't even a generational curse, I don't think. But if it was unknowingly, I do my best to break it. And one day, my goal is to be a great husband. A great husband. I want to make somebody too happy. You understand what I'm saying? Ooh, come here, baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, black on the flip side, right? So say for instance your grandma didn't like everything your grandfather was doing, but like I said, she couldn't leave. So now you start preaching, put your money up for a rainy day. So now you teach people unknowingly that you might break up. Or this might end one day, so you want to be straight. That's putting the wrong energy into the atmosphere unknowingly. You dig what I'm saying? But those are the things that we don't pay attention to, that we pass along, right? One thing I always like to say, especially to you ancestors' prayers, just because somebody's your ancestor does not make them a good person. Believe that. Know that. You know, but people take selective hearing from what they want to. People, that's why it's a lot of things you try to teach people or put on to people is about repetition. Because every time you say something, selective hearing takes apart. So they might pick this up one time, then they might pick this up, then they might pick this up. But the fact of the matter is, repetition is the best thing to do, to practice when you're trying to break a generational curse. I'm trying to break them, you trying to break them, we trying to break them. You dig? So why not break them together? But we have to acknowledge these things. If we don't acknowledge these things that we're experiencing and going through in life, you know what I'm saying? How we're part of the problem. We're not gonna get better. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna get better. And this right here is a part of teaching the youth. You understand? My platform, your input, my output, it all plays a role. In 20 years, if YouTube is still up, somebody be able to watch this and conduct themselves accordingly just because the work me and you put in. So I need you guys as much as you need me. You understand what I'm saying? If you need me. But I appreciate you coming to fuck with me. But that's all I got for y'all today. I really want y'all to fill me in. I really want y'all to answer this question for me. Kick back in with me. The question of the day was, do you think years of generational practices mold us into the people we are today unknowingly? And is it good or bad? Tune in. That's what I got for y'all today. Thank y'all. This is your boy Anticz. I appreciate y'all for coming to fuck with me. You dig what I'm saying? Fuck with me next time.